Alright boys, so the whole thing about Islam going up or staying in his division based on what happens in JDM fight and vacating the belt is sort of not true. Islam Makhachev says he will not vacate his lightweight belt no matter what happens in the JDM Bilal fight tomorrow. He said, "This Saturday's main event will define what my next move is, but regardless of the outcome of the fight, I am not going to vacate my lightweight title. We might get a real contender there." So he wants to be double champ, so double champ status, which is fair enough. So keep both belts. Maybe he'll go up, and then come back down and defend. But if Bilal wins, I don't really see Islam going up to fight Bilal for the belt because he's already said he wouldn't. So we'll see. All right, this is a funny one. The Quebec Athletic Commission for UFC 315 have all the same rules, like the normal unified rules for MMA. But they have one exception: no foot stomps. So in the clinch, the Kamaru Usman stamp on the feet, that's not allowed. Head kicks, oblique kicks, all that, all good. 12 to 6 elbow now, all good. But foot stomps is where they draw the line. Fair enough. It's not really a common technique anyway, so it won't affect any fights. DC and Chael sat down for their podcast, weekly podcast. And DC straight up called Pereira a liar about being hacked. He said Pereira is a liar. Pereira did not get hacked. Alex might have tweeted something and then somebody called him like, "Yo, calm down, let's chill. I don't believe the hacked thing, bro. It was too specific." Which is a narrative a lot of people have been saying online. Like the way Alex just, was tweeting, it just doesn't make sense. Like, why would someone go through the effort of hacking and then doing that? Most people would have just done some crypto or made some memes or some insults, but for him to make like an articulate response about the UFC, it definitely wasn't hacked. Right, so this is pretty crazy. There's a Russian Ultimate Fighter, the Aljamain Peter Yan did one season, so now they're back with season number 2. So it's John Jones versus Nate Diaz. They will be the coaches in Russia. These guys have like a good history together. They've always been like friendly, but I think like a few years ago they had a bit of a falling out regarding like PED talks. I think Nate Diaz basically accused John Jones of steroids at one point. So there might be a little bit of tension in the house, but it'd be fun to see, Nate Diaz and John Jones in Russia. So GSP's in the house, as the UFC 315 is in Canada. He linked up with Bilal, took a nice little picture, Also, this is kind of interesting. I didn't even know this. I've been following Jack since he was the first in the UFC. I never realized his first name is Giacomo Jack della Maddalena. So yeah, maybe you knew or you didn't, but here's a fact for you. Alright, Conor dropped some new training footage. Check it.